My name is Deviprasad Rambhatla. I lead Wipro's retail, distribution and transportation business based out of San Francisco, and I lead this business globally. I work for Wipro, which is an $8 billion company, and retail, distribution and transportation is one of the most mature and new age businesses Wipro has. Retailers and e-commerce e-tailers are facing one significant challenge, which is competition from Amazon. So what is it that the retailers have to do to overcome this challenge? Is to offer a superior in-store experience to remove the friction points, and we call this a seamless experience to counter the threat of, and some of the leading retailers like Walmart and Best Buy have done that to turn around a superior performance over the holidays. The second aspect of the challenge is around consumer. The consumer's expectations are changing in this fast-moving world. They are moving beyond the attitude of stockpiling. They're looking at sustainability, they're looking at health, they're looking at wellness. So the product portfolio of e-tailers and retailers has to change to meet the sustainability, health, and wellness expectations. Thirdly, there is also a challenge around the expectations around delivery. Customers are expecting last mile to be the most efficient mile of the experience in retailers. They expect 2-hour delivery models, something that we have not heard before. Now, what does it mean for a 2-hour delivery model? That means e-tailers and retailers' supply chain systems have to be completely re-architected to meet this new age, faster last mile delivery models of 2 hours. As you know, we love talking about acronyms, and one of my favorite acronyms today is SHIFT, and we call it as accelerating shift to create meaningful experiences for our customers. So SHIFT acronym, S for seamlessness. What does it mean? This goes beyond the paradigm of online and offline. How do we remove friction points in the journey? Let's say you're shopping in the store. For some reason, you have to go back online. You added some things to the shopping cart. You abandoned the shopping cart. You went back to the store. How do you offer a seamless experience from e-commerce website into the store, back to the delivery? How do you remove the friction points? That is about offering a seamless experience. Part of the seamless experience is also about adding ecosystem elements. For instance, retailers integrating with manufacturers to be able to give the power of designing the product that they want to procure on the website, giving them the tools to be able to redesign the product they want to procure. Now let me move to the H of shift, which is human-centric. What is human-centric? Human-centric is about keeping the persona in mind who is going to be interacting with the system or with the application or with the retail experience, keeping that person in mind and designing the whole aspect. Typically, we have kept the customer in mind to offer human-centric design experience. Typically, that has been the aspect. Now, going forward, we are looking at store associates being at the center. So we have redesigned store experience, keeping the store associate in mind for a grocer. Take an example. If you look at it, a store associate has to go to a shelf to replenish the stock, to be able to buy online and pick up in store to get those items, or to be able to reorganize the shelf. They make multiple trips to be able to do that. What we have done is we have reimagined the journey of a store associate to be able to eliminate these repetitive tasks and give him a list of things to do on his iPad or her iPad so that they're able to make their day-to-day life more efficient and more productive. And more efficient, more productive they give a more enriched experience to their customers. 85% of our customers have said that a better informed store associate leads to the better revenue for their respective retailers. The third one is I, which is intelligent. How do we leverage the data, multi-dimensional data that we have to be able to offer an intelligent experience to the consumers, partners, and store associates? We have got 2 examples that we are talking about in the booth that we have here. One is about the connected supply chain around IoT, leveraging big data. How can we give a more intelligent supply chain experience to the retailers, especially in this world of online commerce? Let me bring to the 4th letter, which is the alphabet F as part of the shift, which is future ready. Now, given so much of change that's happening, how do we make the systems more future ready? Case in point being cloud, big data, which is to make it more intelligent, and also new ways of doing business. So we are demonstrating two solutions here. One is around crowdsourced platform called Top Coder. How can retailers build newer applications and newer systems in a rapid prototyping manner, leveraging hackathons, leveraging this platform called as Top Coder. That's one thing we're demonstrating, which is got about 1.2 million developers on this, about 1,000 data scientists and designers. Typically, what used to take 4 to 6 months to develop a piece of software is able to get job done in hackathons in about 2 to 3 weeks. So we're able to collapse the lead time involved in development. Let me talk about the T, which is the trust. Customers are giving a lot of data. How do they trust us with the data? So we need to ensure that there is a trust-oriented system around 2 points. One is, how can trust no longer be a back office function and is more a part of the experience in itself? Offering a trust-oriented system doesn't mean you have to make it more cumbersome for the customer's experience. So we're showcasing a solution around how do you give a biometric-based authentication based on blockchain technologies. The other aspect of trust is also about being able to detect threats before they happen, being able to detect fraud before it happens. So for that, we're leveraging our solutions from Silicon Valley startups. Wipro has got a venture fund called Wipro Ventures, where we're investing in cybersecurity firms. So we have two solutions that we're talking very, very happily about. One of them is around email age. Based on data science, we've done a lot of research around how can we detect the fraudulent nature of onboarding of a new customer based on just the email address. That's one use case. The second one is around how can we detect threats before they actually happen. Phishing domains. We're able to leverage machine learning and tons of data, leveraging our venture partners called as Vectra, to be able to detect phishing domains and be able to offer integrated threat management for our customers. From the shift paradigm, the advice that I have for large retailers is that for the most part, all aspects of shift are applicable to you. But if I were to zoom in on something, couple things in shift, I believe given the fact that there's a ton of legacy infrastructure that typically large retailers have, being able to modernize it and make it future-proof is very, very important. And also the aspect of threat, of trust. How do we establish trust and make sure that we catch fraud before it happens and detect threats before they really happen? So that aspect of trust is very, very important. So those are the two things that stand out, while all the five are applicable as far as shift is concerned. For smaller retailers, these are mom and pop retailers, smaller retailers, boutique retailers. How do they differentiate themselves with the larger equivalents? Its differentiation is all about how they can offer a more seamless experience. Hence, the first three alphabets become very important. How do they offer more seamless experience? And how do they offer a more human-centric approach with respect to journey mapping of each of their ecosystem of members, right from store associates to customers to their partners? And how do they leverage data and intelligence to make more informed decisions for the customers, their buying patterns, etc. So I would say the first three aspects of shift become a lot more important for smaller and boutique retailers.